Hi guys, welcome to A Cumbrian Lad Outdoors and welcome to today's video. I've travelled down the country 2.5 hours into the Peak District to meet up with Mooster Outdoors and the delicate sounds of camping. It is a little bit early just now, too early to get set up, so I'll spin you around. We're just setting up, we're going to have a brew. Mooster, say hi Mooster. Hey guys, so yeah, we're just going to have a brew and get ourselves set up a bit later on. It is a little bit windy, so we're going to have some wind noise, I'm afraid, but yeah, we'll get set up and we'll come back to you when we get some food on. So see you in a little bit. Guys, that's me set up with the One Tigris Iron Wall tent for the first time. Knee stove, I'm going to have to save my pennies up for that, but I really wanted to get out in it tonight and try it for the first time, so let's just have a look inside it and see what we're using tonight. So there's plenty of room in here. I've got my food and everything at one side of the porch, and I've got my old tarp with my rucksack and stuff on it on the other, and I've still plenty of room to get in. The bathtub floor is really nice, set up really tight and everything. I'm really happy with it. Plenty of room inside the sleeping area. So as per usual, I'm on my Trichology mat with the Trichology pillow. Now, the last couple of times I've been out with the Trichology mat, due to the poor R rating, I've had a couple of cold spots underneath because I use a down sleeping bag. So I've had a couple of ideas. One was the foil backed bubble wrap, but what I've done is I've got an emergency blanket, as you can see there, and I've just put it underneath. Covers well past either side of us, as you can see, just to see if that does help with the cold spots I've been feeling underneath us. And as per usual, I've got my trusty Leviathan EV900 down sleeping bag. I've said it before, I'll say it again, absolutely cracking bag, love it. So yeah, that's a quick look on the inside there. It was really easy to set up. In fact, hang on, we're going outside. So as you can see there, the centre pole, really sturdy. It's a bit breezy today, and it is buffeting a wee bit, but not too bad. I'm really pleased with that. Zipper up. So yeah, it was really easy to set up. Just pin down all the corner points first, put the pole in, inserted the inner, and then I've got 4 of these extra guy supports down because of the wind. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I'm really looking forward to getting the stove set up and doing some winter camping with it and some cooking inside. It's going to be great. Right, that's me all set up. Steve from Delicate Sounds of Camping's left his beers at the car, so he's gone for them. So while he's away, we're just going to have a look at Dave from Mooster Outdoors' setup.
Thanks everyone. Thanks. I've got the DD Magic Carpet. Stops the moisture from coming up. Been a bit more what's got before. Salamander, sorry. Quite in the wind here now, we've got moving and all. Nice bit what's got, bit bucky, brilliant. Netting, so you head the stars if you want to like the stars in there. Got your here, so you're all stuck in a rub, all that tips up. All tight there, all waterproof, you know what I mean? I've even tried to put the hose pipe on here, but no leaks at all. Condensation, no problem. Got netting under here, but gives it a flow, so it goes all the way through there. I haven't got it there, got the netting down at the moment, but inside, going inside. We'll go inside. It's like my cribs, this, isn't it?
Like a TARDIS.
Yeah. So you got your netting. Stops all your bugs. Right. See what we got here. What have we got? Right. Pillar. Just a normal scarf I put round it. Got the Nature Hike. Nature Hike. AliExpress. Bargain. Can't beat it. I think it was £4.99, £5.99. You can't beat that. But does the bit. Got the Double DJ2 multicam sleeping bag. This is the XL version. Loads of room in it. Absolutely worth the money. You know what I mean? It's going to be the first time I've used it tonight, so looking forward to that. Right, this is my OX sleeping pad. OX Traverse it's called. It's very warm, it's very comfy, and it's good for side sleepers, because some people are side sleepers, some people on the back. This is good. It's really good. I've had this on top of Bamford Edge, and it was warm, and I didn't feel any cold spots or anything. But, as I said, that's my sleeping arrangements and my kit what I'm using. It's just a normal light cat flop, £7.99. Can't beat that. You know what I mean? Right, so that's my setup.
Fantastic.
So
you're looking forward to trying that sleeping bag out for the first time, like? It looks very comfy, that, like.
It does. I've had it up in backyard, and I've tried it in backyard. It's got the foot protector at the back as well. You know what I mean? As I said, we was on about doing a hammock camp tonight, but a bit too windy up there, so we thought we'll come down below and we'll do a little bit of stealthy camping. You know what I mean? Near the river. You know what I mean? Got all the beers in the river now, cooling down, so we should have a good crack tonight.
It's going to be grand.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So that's Stevie's.
That's Stevie's, but we'll wait till Steve comes back,
Stevie's doing it
because that's proper old school stuff, that, and he'll be able to tell you a lot more about it than I can. So, right, I might just get a sneaky beer in before Steve comes back. So, we'll see you when Steve gets back. Okay, so we've had a look at Dave from Mooster Outdoors' setup. It's time to have a look at Steve from Delicate Sounds of Camping's setup. I do apologise if this wind noise is a little bit too much, but it is a bit breezy. So, right, Steve, let's have a look at your setup, mate.
There you go.
So, if you wouldn't mind just explaining a little bit about what it is.
It's German, it's a modified German Lectern tent. Set up like this. I was going to put it come out, but I haven't bothered to set that up tonight. I'm using the British Army Gore-Tex Bivy bag.
bag, which is a down bag. I've got two pair of hand storm lanterns, one there on the solo tripod, and another that I'll put down there later to go and have a week, stuff like that. I'm using the Pepsi Max frying pan, the Pepsi Max plates, cups, solo stove, and the Trangia small kettle. There's the mouth in there for the two storm lamps, and that's about it really, apart from me false fours axe and me little Robbins handsaw, and that's about it really.
So nice and simple, old school, and you should be toasty warm in your bivvy with your sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Nice and simple, old school, love it, absolutely love it.
Sleeping bag should take me down to at least -17, but don't believe
Not tonight. We should hit around about 4 or 5 tonight, I reckon.
The wind chill's getting up now, so it probably will be.
Yeah.
When it comes through the valley, it will.
Yeah. Fantastic. Cheers, mate.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Right, let's just have a little look around the valley. We're starting to lose the light a wee bit. So, yeah, lovely wee setup here. Lovely place to camp. Always like to sleep by a river. Lovely sounds of the water just bubbling past. Some waters and some beers. Just sat in there, cooling off. Looking upstream there. Beautiful. Right, we'll be having some food shortly. I think the old stomach's starting to rumble a bit, so I'll bring you back then.
your bag.
Oh, the fire biscuits.
How do you make them?
Just the wife makes candles at home, so whenever she's making candles, I just get a makeup removal pad. You dip it in, and the bit that your fingers are on, you leave dry. And you open that up, strike in, and they go and leave other. Fire's going now. We'll be back in the springtime. Right guys, we've got the food on. Unfortunately we've lost the light. It's not going to make recording that easy, especially off the phone. Rest assured, Mooster's going to do his cock and bull, and I brought me Cumberland sausage and some bacon and sec. You can take the lad out of Cumbria, but you can't take the Cumbria out of the lad. So we're going to enjoy these, have a couple of beers, enjoy a good natter. It's been a cracking day so far. Really pleased I come down to meet these boys. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we're going to do that, and we'll see you in the morning. Right guys, it's that time of night. Try and get my head down. Me and the boys, Mooster Outdoors and Delicate Sounds of Camping. We've had a cracking night, eating some good food and around the campfire, a couple of beers. But yeah, it's got to that time of night. We're all getting tired. So looking forward to spending my first night in the One Tigris Iron Wall tent. Wind's getting up a bit, so she's getting buffeted, so it'll be a good test. Every faith in my Leviathan EV900 sleeping bag to keep us warm, and we'll see what this reflective foil mat does underneath the Trekology UL80 to stop the cold spots. So yeah, time to get my head down, and we'll see you guys in the morning for some bacon. Morning guys, right, I've been up for a few hours just editing videos and stuff like that. I'm always an early bird, so I'm just about packed away now. There's Mooster getting out of his salamander. You sleep well, buddy? Yeah.
Like a butterfly.
Yeah, and Steve, you slept well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was alright.
Minor collapse in the middle of the night, I believe.
Things knocked over, so it's more like a 10. It was alright though.
Yeah. So I think all in all, we've probably got around probably an average of 6 hours kip last night. Lovely location, just with the river bubbling past. Fantastic. Bit cloudy this morning compared to last night, but yeah, lovely. Right guys, that was just a quick look at me One Tigris Iron Wall tent. I want to use it a few times before I give it my full review, but my overall first impressions are excellent. Plenty of room in the porch, plenty of room in the bedroom area, especially for me to sit up and move around. We had probably around about 20-25 mile an hour winds last night, according to the Met Office. So even though it's a tall tent, it stood up fairly well. It got flapped around a wee bit, but it didn't bother me sleep too much. As always, toasty warm in me OEX Leviathan EV900. Very comfortable on the Trekology mat, as always. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I tried that foil emergency blanket underneath my Trichology last night just to see if it would help out with the cold spots underneath. So, being honest, as I always am, it did help. I certainly didn't have any cold spots, but I did feel cooler underneath than I was on top. So just the first of a few ideas that I've got just to try and improve the R rating of that mat, because it's so comfortable. I want to keep using it. So I think next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the foil mat on top of the Trichology but underneath my sleeping bag, and then my next idea is to go on to the foil back bubble wrap. Obviously that's going to take up slightly more space in your pack than the emergency foil blanket, but overall I would say just using that foil mat, an excellent improvement. I was certainly more comfortable than I have been the last two times I've used it, even though it's colder last night than it was the last two times, so it definitely works. So if you have a go of it and think it works or it doesn't work, give us a shout, let us know what you think, see if it's worth doing. So yeah, just going to let these boys get packed away, and we're going to make some breakfast and a brew in a sec, and then we'll be on our way. So yeah, we'll let these guys get packed up and I'll see you in a minute. Water's still a little bit discoloured, but that'll just be the peat. So the MSR trail shot. It's alright, like I say, just a little bit discoloured. Tastes fine, nice and cold. Flow rate's pretty good on that as well so far. I have heard mixed reviews on them, that they lose the flow rate and what have you, but for the first trial that's bang on. Whoa, nice and cold.
What, there's loads of little raisins around here, Breeze, you know, it tastes quite nice.
I think my mate said them.
I think I'll pass on that.
Right.
Oh, bacon and a brew, boys.
That beats it, lad.
That beats it.
Outdoors.
Wish it was Monday, doesn't it?
Especially when there's no wind and everything, you can just sit there like it was like not covered and everything. It's charged, we've got 20% already, so it's not too bad.
My power pack charged my phone up fully overnight, my vape up fully overnight, and my torch, and it only lost 1 bar. Yeah.
Got 4 bars on, but it's still got 4 bars, it's 20%.
Have you used
I've
the
hardly ever
anchor
used
charge?
it.
You tried the anchor charges?
No, I use Anchor.
Yeah. That's one of the decent ones, the anchors.
Yeah, how much you pay for that one?
22 quid.
That's all it was. You see the price of them now?
Yeah.
It's extortionate now. You're looking at 40, 50 quid upwards now for
Really?
one of them, yeah.
No, I asked one of the, I think it was Wild Camping UK, which is obviously a bit stricter one, and everybody said anchor.
Yeah.
Every single person said get an anchor.
Should have called you anchor, bastard.
Might have done, aye. They wouldn't have been wrong.
Let's stop it.
Did he dunk it? Oh, it's pity that. Was you all going to do that? No, I would.
Doesn't get any better.
Well, I'll get a photo of us all together though, to put on the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yeah, so boss behind us if you can. You know what I mean? Like going through or whatever.
Oh, that brew's fantastic.
Is it go clean it?
Yeah, can if you want, but I'll just chuck it in the bag.
Is that back there? Be good, your brother.
I've actually got a trip planned for a few people I know, but
Yeah.
it's got to be one that's done. But I do know a lot of people won't be able to do it because they're not going to be able to get your times off work and that. What,
That's the issue with me, yeah.
what I want to do is I drive down to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
I want to do wild camps all around the island, doing all the different coves and all the different seaports and that.
I'd like to do a coastal camp. It's not something I've done before, eh?
Well, that's what this port where Brickworks is.
That looks nice, that bit.
That's what I do want to do. As soon as we get back to ours, I'll send you the link to that.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
On one condition, don't do it without me.
No.
Because that's what I do want to do big time.
No, I can see us definitely having a few more camps up in Cumbria and
Yeah.
down in Wales and what have you.
Yeah, well, I'll just some in Wales, cracking places there. Yeah.
Bacon's taking forever this morning. I think the wind's just not helping. Doesn't seem to be getting hot.
It should. Should do it now. Gas is better for quickness, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to bring mine. I usually bring mine.
I've got mine, but
Oh yeah.
is that warm? You want cheese?
Aye, go on. I'll have a bit of cheese.
Plastic cheese.
Plastic cheese. You okay?
Dave, so I get Dave's done and then I get packed up. Proper.
So have you got an axe yet?
I have an axe, just a cheap one that I use for splitting firewood at home.
Yeah.
So I use that, but I want one of those proper ones there.
So I've got it over there. I've got the Rovers axe there.
Yeah. Any good?
They're okay as a starting axe. But I tell you what though, for the money of these thank you, mate. For the money of these, they ain't that bad, you know.
Yeah.
Look, only 36 quid, that one.
It's not bad, is it?
Try not to get the fire on.
Right guys, that's us just having the last of the bacon butties and a cup of tea, and then we're going to get ourselves back to the car. Just had an absolutely brilliant time with Dave from Mooster Outdoors and Steve from Delicate Sounds of Camping. What a cracking bunch of lads. Good crack all night, good crack this morning, and what a surrounding. I mean, look at it. absolutely fantastic. We've already talked this morning about these boys coming up to Cumbria and going elsewhere in the country together, because we've enjoyed it that much. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And of course, if there's anybody else out there that fancies doing a collaboration camp with us, whether it's me coming to you or you coming to me or both, whatever, I'm up for that. Just give me a shout on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook. So yeah, we're going to get packed up, get back to the cars now. So thank you very much for clicking on today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Stay safe. Much love from a Cumbrian lad. So there we go, guys, that's the rubbish bin there. Took everything with us. The fire pit was already there, we've used that and we've left it in a better condition than it was when we landed. So we've left no trace.